The military was the best decision that I probably ever made in my life. It got me out of the situation that I was in, taught me a lot about how to follow rules, respect. It benefited me as a person. And funny story, I had a full beard when I left that night to go to boot camp. And when I got there, I had to dry shave a full beard off with a razor blade. That was my first, like, okay, this is real.
Roughnecking is probably one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Could you explain what exactly is at stake?
Offshore is big dumb iron. Everything is just huge, massive. You're working on the drill floor, running pipe, running riser, constantly things moving. Aquila started in 2019. They realized it could benefit the industry more than just shell, so they decided they wanted to commercialize it. Jose's vision is unstoppable. Innovation is in his blood. He never wants to remain stagnant.
You guys invested in a podcast studio. I want to talk about what the vision is for iSpeed Subsea.
One is brand awareness. Two, to be able to let people know as who we really are. What are we really doing here? Showcase the people that we have, the technologies that we're coming out with. We want to change the industry.
The early movers are the ones that are going to win.
Once I realized that...
How did you get into the military? What was your journey?
Man, I mean, about me. So back in the day, I was a little bit of a bad kid. That kind of, we'll just go there. That was my main driver. I needed to get out. I needed to get away.
Yeah.
The military was the best decision that I probably ever made in my life. So that it got me out of the situation that I was in, taught me a lot about how to follow rules, respect. Um, it benefited me as a person, and I know I wouldn't have got that if I wouldn't have went in the military. So there's no telling where I would be right now if that's the case. Yeah, joined the military. I did almost 4 years. I got into a motorcycle accident, messed up my ankle. They offered me surgery. I declined that. Was better. I kind of wanted to go the physical therapy route and take my chances.
Yeah.
So did that. Got medically discharged, honorable discharge. I was a construction mechanic in the military, a CB in the Navy, if anybody knows what that is. Kind of used my skills there to find work. Had a few mechanics jobs, low paying, didn't really go that far. And had a friend that worked offshore that did it right out of high school. Shout out to Brandon. He got me on board with a company called Noble Drilling.
Yeah.
And that's where I broke out offshore.
Just zooming back, what were some of the lessons you took from your time in the Navy and the military, and how old were you when you joined?
18 when I joined.
Yeah.
And lessons, I would say, I would like to think that I was confident in myself and my abilities before that, but really became confident at that point in the military. That was the first time I'd ever been away from family and friends and all that. So, I mean, boot camp was definitely a game changer for me. A little bit of a struggle at the beginning, just something new that I wasn't really aware of. Funny story, I actually had a full beard when I left that night to go to boot camp. And when I got there, they do the whole drill sergeant thing and all that. And I had to dry shave a full beard off with a razor blade. That was my first like, okay, this is real. They're actually, yeah, that was it. So kind of I had a different view at that point, like, okay, I really need to get my stuff together, and this is serious, I guess.
So discipline, like it teaches you a lot of those lessons, like discipline,
100%.
determination, and
100%. Especially going through that, like every little thing that you do, no matter what it is, there's a consequence. So choice, whether it was good or bad, there's always an outcome. So at that point, it's just accountability, really. That was a major one, being accountable for anything that you do or say and all that. So that helped me out a lot.
And where did you serve?
I was stationed in San Diego.
Yeah.
And a Naval Amphibious Base, Coronado, and then 32nd Street Naval Base.
And what was the moment when you decided, I want to take a step out and I want to pursue something new?
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew that at that time, again, after that accident, um, if I would have done the surgery, from the doctors, I was told there was a 50% chance that I was gonna walk with a limp for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I wanted to take my chances as I did not want to walk with a limp for the rest of my life. So that was kind of my deciding factor of
yeah.
going the other route and getting out. Um, I am glad I did it though. I got a lot out of it while I was in. Like I said, learned a lot, respect, accountability. And I think that kind of shaped my journey of stepping out into the real world and finding a job and doing that. So
So I want to talk about the jump. So your first job coming out of the military was offshore?
no, no.
No?
Coming out of the military, I think I want to say the first one was at Hertz Equipment Rental. So I was a
Okay.
mechanic on equipment, heavy equipment.
But
Um,
in the military, you learn a lot of these skills and
yes, I was a mechanic, a
yeah,
construction mechanic in the military. So backhoes and dozers and diesel engines and Humvees and that kind of stuff. So pretty much a mechanic on heavy equipment.
it was a natural transition. And then,
That was the way I looked at it. Was like
yeah,
I got to find a job. This is all I know is mechanics.
yeah, yeah,
So I wasn't really. I mean, again, I was what 21, 22 when I got out. So
right.
still young, dumb, naive, just thinking that this is all I can do for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And then tell me about what was the story of like how you discovered oil and gas and getting into offshore? What was the moment that,
My friend Brandon kind of he had been doing it, like I said, since he was 18, right out of high school.
yeah,
Made really great money. He was gone for half the year, but he was home for half the year. So only working 6 months and making good money. I was kind of like, man, I'll give that a go. I want to make good money. Um, Started out as a roustabout. I started out at the bottom, so that was kind of different.
for anyone who doesn't know
A
what's
roustabout's pretty much a deckhand on a rig. So
yeah,
bringing on cargo, getting off cargo, a lot of cleaning, mopping.
yeah,
um, Pretty much you're just there to support the rig in whatever it is. So
yeah,
you get very familiar with the rig though. I highly recommend starting from the bottom because
mhm,
it definitely shines a light on what all goes on. And from that point as a roustabout, you're able to work with the different departments and figure out what direction you do want to go. For me, I chose the drilling side.
yeah.
Um, and that kind of then moved to a roughneck and moved up from there.
Roughnecking is probably one of the most dangerous jobs like in the world. Um, for anyone who doesn't know what roughnecking is, could you explain in
So
simple terms like what exactly is at stake and how dangerous the job can be?
yeah, so I mean, I only can speak on offshore. I never worked on land.
Yeah,
So offshore is big dumb iron. Okay, everything is just huge,
heavy.
massive,
Yeah,
heavy, massive. So as a roughneck or a floor hand, technical term, you're working on the drill floor
yeah,
for the driller
yeah,
and running pipe, running riser, um, different drilling operations. You're out there on the drill floor getting muddy and all that stuff. And with that being said, you're inside the derrick on the drill floor. There's
yeah,
pipe standing up everywhere, constantly things moving. Over time, it's gotten better with red zones and management and safety protocols that have been put into place. But yeah, I do know and have seen people get injured.
yeah.
Um, and then just in the industry, you hear about people that fatalities and stuff like that. And it is definitely a dangerous job. A lot of people don't really know or think about. Um, but yes, it's serious.
And I think people don't realize how much like people celebrate firefighters and policemen, but a lot of the times because of the perception of the industry, these people working these like roughnecking jobs, very dangerous jobs, like providing energy to the world, they don't get the same credit as they deserve. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could look at it that way. I mean, I do have a again, I'm ex-military, but I do feel like I've got an uncle that was a firefighter for his entire life.
Yeah,
Um, Friends and family that were in the police department. I mean, yes, it's a different kind of. I mean, to me, those are heroes in my book.
yeah,
Um, As far as offshore, you're right in saying that people kind of, what's the word?
It's a sacrifice. Like you're
It's definitely a
spending
sacrifice.
time away from your family for months on end. You're
Definitely a sacrifice.
isolated somewhere in the middle of the ocean.
I've missed a lot of things,
Yeah,
a lot of fun, good things I've missed, and then a lot of things, people, family members passing away that I couldn't be a part of or couldn't be there for. And
yeah,
my first son, I was actually on deployment. I missed his birth, so that one I'll never be able to get back. Luckily, we're able to see my other two children born. Um, but yes, there's a lot of sacrifice, and I would say that's what people don't understand is what offshore members give up
yeah,
just to go out and provide something that they wouldn't have been able to provide.
yeah,
Again, offshore is good money. It's great
yeah,
money,
yeah.
but there's a lot of things that you have to give up to get that.
How long are you gone at a time? Like when you're working offshore?
And normally you're on a rotation. There
Yeah,
are some jobs. I brought a new rig out from overseas to the Gulf. I think I was on board for like 50 something days. On that was the longest time I was gone
yeah,
on a rig offshore. Deployment military was gone for 9 months.
yeah.
Um, but offshore, yeah, normally it's a 21-21 or a 28-28
Right.
offshore. So,
And what is your connection to the outside world? Like, do you have like, can you still?
so there's Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Um, there, if it's good Wi-Fi, you can FaceTime. They
yeah,
have a lot of these rigs now are going to Starlink, and
yeah, yeah,
things have gotten a lot better.
for sure, for sure.
You can pay for better internet and stuff like that, which is relatively inexpensive.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean that's it. It's FaceTime, text messages.
I feel like there's a lot of similarities between serving in the military and like working like on an offshore rig. Like the sacrifice and determination and grit that you have to put into both practices. So
Yeah.
I think there's something to say about the parallels there. But I'm curious how how your journey like evolved from that early like deckhand to like working more on the drilling side. Like how did your career evolve within offshore to where you are today?
I mean, I don't know if I can contribute that back to the military, but just building that work ethic, I guess.
Yeah,
So when I was roughnecking, I mean, I always worked. I just was a hard worker.
yeah,
Um, I think once I decided I was going to keep going up the drilling side,
mhm,
I think once I decided that Subsea interested me more,
yeah,
and again, the money that Subseas make, it was kind of a, I don't know, I just kind of shifted my direction to go Subsea. The company that I was working for at the time had requirements that you had to have a degree um, to be a subsea engineer. So I started kind of trying to feel around who, if there's any other avenue that I could take to get into subsea.
yeah,
Found a third party company. It was called Wellbore
yeah,
Incorporated at the time. They're no longer in business, but that was years ago. Um, but I got hired on there as a subsea technician, and that's what got my foot in the door. I mean, I helped on the rig with the subsea guys after hours and stuff like that. So I kind of knew the basics, I guess, what everything was.
yeah,
So that helped me get it onto Wellbore, and then kind of got a lot of experience there, tearing down, rebuilding, and that kind of stuff. I think at that point, I worked there for, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 months, I think, and then I was able to get on with an actual drilling company. So and that was Petrosaudi. So I went out there to Petrosaudi, and then I was a assistant subsea engineer on there for 3 years, and that's where pretty much gained most of my experience. From there, left and went to Rowan Drilling um, for another 3 years, and then the Valaris merge happened. So
yeah,
Ensco bought out Rowan or merged with Rowan, and at that point, I kind of my kids were getting older, and at that point, I was kind of like, man, I'm ready to stop traveling. I'm ready to go home,
yeah,
find a job at home.
yeah,
I knew it was going to be a difficult because going from offshore to home and the compensation you get working at home is way different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So started trying to find oil field companies
Yeah.
that were I could be in an office or something like that. Actually ended up had some people refer me to a competitor, um, to Aquila right now. Luckily, they were not hiring at the time. And then another guy actually referred me to Aquila, and he flat out told me, "Man, it's a new company." Not
Yeah.
saying, I mean, I don't know much about them, but they're a brand new company. Try
Yeah.
there. Went in for an interview there, got the job, and the rest is history. I've been with Aquila for 5 years, going on 5 years now. Started out at the bottom with Aquila,
Yeah.
and now I'm where I'm at. So it's worked out.
Let's talk about Aquila. So define. I know Aquila's been around for about 6 years.
Mm.
Tell me about the history of the company. Where did Aquila come from? What do you guys do?
So Aquila started in 2019.
Yep.
Um, our CEO Jose Moraz used to work at Shell. Um, they kind of developed this real time monitoring. Realized that it could benefit the industry more than just Shell, so they decided they wanted to commercialize it. Jose took it, went out and started Aquila.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was 2019. Um, fast forward to where we're at now, we're it started out with just real time monitoring. Now we have, I don't know, 7 or 8 different services that have been built. Every year we roll out a new service. So, I mean, Jose's vision is, to say the least, unstoppable. That guy is, man, he's he's never going to stop. Innovation is like in his blood.
Yeah.
He never wants to remain stagnant. He always wants to be leading in this field, and
Yeah.
there's no better person really to follow with that than him.
And for you, going from like the engineering side to you spent a lot of time in marketing and sales. Like how was that jump from the technical side to getting out there and telling a killer's story?
Yeah, I think it was more, like I said, I started out at the bottom in Aquila, so I was in the real time operations center
Yeah.
monitoring rigs
Yeah.
or BOPs. Um, moved up from there to a lead role in operations, and then managing operations. And then at that point in time, we were kind of, Aquila as a company was like, man, we don't have a marketing team. We need to build a
Yeah.
marketing team. We need to wanted to start investing in marketing.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I was lucky that Jose was like, hey, I want you to build a marketing team. Um, so we went that route. We now have a full marketing team based out of Brazil that does awesome work. That's been very successful and has helped us grow our brand, and
Yeah.
our LinkedIn is going steadily growing. So
Yeah.
everything is doing good there. And I think at that time here recently or not too long ago, he was like, all right, we need to build a sales team. So there we are. Kyle, go build a sales team. Um, Working on that now. I've got a couple of guys that are doing great. I'm kind of managing that, as well as wanted to initiate podcasting because that was part of
You're
uh,
the man.
going out there. So
If a killer needs to start something,
here we
Kyle's,
go.
Kyle's your man.
Here we go. But hey, again, I believe in Jose's vision and everything that he wants to do. So
Yeah.
when he comes up with these things and these directions that he wants to go, I'm all for it. It's one, I've never liked being still myself. I like to be
Yeah.
going. I like to be doing a bunch of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly feel like I thrive more when I'm going in different directions than just one and doing the same mundane thing every day.
Yeah.
So it's worked out for me.
Evolve or die. That was one of the philosophies of Collide, actually, from one of our recent episodes. I think constantly you have to keep innovating and evolving. And I think from the marketing side, your story has to keep evolving too.
Yeah.
What have you learned about telling a killer story and making sure that your customers can understand the message and the value that you're bringing to them as the industry continues to evolve with all the
Yeah,
technology?
I think it's more, I mean, we're in a digital age, right? You can go anywhere and find information out about anything. The more information that we put out there, the more aware the industry is of what we actually do.
Yeah.
It's Before, when we didn't have all this stuff, it was just the operators that knew who we were, just the network that we had, right? And
Yeah.
it kind of just remained in that bubble
Yeah.
through the marketing and advertising and all that stuff and getting our brand out there, our name out there. And there's more people are like, hey, I heard you do this service, reaching out. Hey, I heard you do this. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Whereas before it was just, oh, they only do real time monitoring. That's it. So we're going to reach out to whoever else that we know does that one thing.
Yeah.
So now that it's more aware to the industry that we are truly a one-stop shop, we offer everything. It's it's helped us and we're steadily growing. So it's 2026 is going to be a big year for us. And it's I would I would give a I would say a big percentage of that to marketing.
I love to hear you say um, marketing gets all the credit because I think a lot of the time marketing is overlooked within this industry, and for the value that companies provide in this space and how much like one sale can carry a company, marketing can really take you that one step further. So recently you guys invested in a podcast studio, and podcasting is still an opportunity that I think a lot of companies within oil and gas are not leveraging. So I want to talk about why you guys built a podcast studio and what the vision is for I Speak Subsea.
There there's there's probably not many things in my life that I'm scared of.
Mm,
When the first thought of podcasting and just being out in the open in front of the
yeah,
world for anybody to watch, I was kind of like, I don't know about this. Again, I'm more I'll try it. No, I'll try
yeah,
anything. So
yeah,
it's I would say that the vision for our podcast, again, one is brand awareness, two, to to be able to let people know, especially the operators, drilling contractors, who we
yeah,
really are. What are
yeah,
we really doing here? Be able to showcase the people that we have, the technologies that we're coming out with, and what we're working on, what we're doing,
yeah,
and just to make sure that the industry knows that we're not here just to make a dollar, right? Everybody
mm,
says, "Oh, it's all about the money." At the end, it's not for us. We want to change the industry. We
yeah,
truly want to put better things out there so that the industry becomes more safer and more efficient. At
yeah,
the end of the day, just like you said earlier, things are constantly changing. People are coming out with new things every day.
yeah.
Our goal is to stay the leader in that space, to never be stagnant, to always come out with something, the next bigger and better thing.
And I think what you said about podcasting is not only external, like to get in front of your customers, is also an incredible culture builder.
Yes.
Like getting your team, getting people to understand who's behind the company is incredibly important. Not just to grow the culture within inside your company, but brands are built from the inside out.
Yeah.
Customers want to see who they're going to be working with, and if they've seen you and your team, they know all about you and your story. They're going to trust you a lot more, and it's going to be much easier
Correct.
to do business together.
And again, I know I put a lot on marketing, but our people, I mean, from our engineering team to our real-time operations center
Yeah,
to Jose and the leadership teams, I mean, it's to be able to put a name to a face, especially when you're in a call or on you've got sometimes 20 people on there.
yeah,
Uh, to know who's talking to you and to be able to have a face to that, it just makes it more uh it's deeper
hmm,
than just another name on a screen with no picture, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, but and Aquila's a family. We're a smaller company still.
yeah.
I mean, yes, we're growing, but we we pride ourselves on that family type atmosphere. So, I mean, I got people coming to my office all the time and telling me what they did that weekend and what they got going on with their families. We got employees having children, and it's everybody knows everybody at Aquila. It's not you're definitely not a number. It's not like bigger corporation.
And that's very much what this industry is like as well. Like the oil and gas industry is very tight knit, and a podcast allows you to nurture that community. The more
Correct.
over an extended period of time, the more episodes you get in, the more guests you bring in. Those people are a part of your community, and you can really grow
Yeah.
valuable. Well, we're sat right here in Collide's studio. These guys have been doing podcasts for the past 5 or 6 years, and a whole community has come out of all
Yeah.
of the content that they've built. And with with content you build community, and with community you can build products that serve your community.
Yes. And that's the goal at the end of the day is I mean, we want roots to grow in different areas, right? We want to expand at the end of the day. And it's not it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I mean, that's always I've heard that saying 50 million times in my life, but there is a truth to that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's if you're not out there and putting yourself out there, you're not meeting more people, you're not meeting new people, you're not meeting the right people.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
never going to meet the right people if you're not meeting anyone at all.
And I think like there's so many ways, like everyone does the old tricks of like going to events and everyone's doing the same tactics, but podcasting, you get like a much deeper level of connection with that, and you can really get to know someone like face to face, not like just walking around a conference booth and getting a couple minutes of
Yeah, I mean, you're spending a couple
transaction.
hours with a person. I mean, and then it's not only the podcast, but it's those conversations that happen before and after the podcast, right? If
Yeah,
that's, I mean, the one we did the other day, we were talking for an hour and a half before the podcast. Probably let a lot of good footage go there, but I mean, it's those things too. Like
yeah,
there's a lot that goes into this, and I truly see the value in it.
yeah.
Um, Podcast is going to change. I mean, it's going to change it's going to continue to grow in the oil and gas industry, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and I think it's good to you're putting your stake in the ground early, and the early movers are the ones that are going to win. So
Early bird gets worm.
yeah, exactly. But a lot of it is most podcasts give up early, and it's a consistency game. If you stick at it for an extended period of time, you're going to be ahead of most people, because most people, they start and they give up. Um, but yeah, just on a personal note, I think for me, I know the same. Like starting a podcast and being a host isn't easy. I before I started a podcast, I was terrified of the camera. I didn't
Hmm.
want to get in front of a camera, and
I know that.
you watch your stuff back, and you're your own worst critic. But how has that journey been for you so far? Like getting in front and leading the show.
It was the same for me at the
Yeah,
beginning. Um, Over time, and not very long time. I mean, it wasn't. It didn't take that long.
yeah,
Just getting once I realized that I'm just having a conversation with
yeah,
somebody,
yeah, yeah,
that's when it kind of just naturally worked out for me. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's and it helps a lot too when I have like my internal people part of the podcast
yeah.
because
You have a conversation with them every day.
yeah, I have a conversation with them every day. So, and then you throw a guest on there in the mix, it's not only is it good for the to have a guest and that aspect of it, but it's also helping my people grow, right?
Yeah,
They're getting out of their shells.
yeah,
They're and at the end of it, the experience I've got from most of them is, man, that was easier than I thought. It wasn't
right,
near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
right.
Um, and then they like to see themselves too. Like when they see it get posted on social media, like, man,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And the same thing for your guests too. If you're bringing on a client or a partner, you're giving their time in the spotlight. You're providing value for them. Like
Correct.
you're able to help them market themselves as well. So when you do want something in return, and you want, like, you've warmed up that relationship.
Yeah,
So
it's a win-win for both parties. And it's, I mean, again, any, I don't want to say any publicity is good publicity, but it's, yeah, you're putting yourself out there, and it's especially when you start going across channels,
yeah,
right? Then you
yeah,
start you're hitting a whole network of people that maybe are not even in this realm, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
now you've got people interested. They're like, huh, let me go
yeah,
follow that channel because that is pretty interesting.
yeah,
And who knows? I mean, at the end of the day, you want the industry to grow,
yeah,
and you get people more interested in oil and gas that weren't.
yeah.
Well, you know what kind of special people are we bringing over at that point?
Well, Jose's out in San Francisco doing a lot of networking in Silicon Valley. How do you think, like, that play is going to come into your strategy going into 2026?
Man, AI.
Yeah,
Again, the buzzword of AI. Um, I mean, he's in the perfect spot.
yeah,
The Silicon Valley is the hub for technology, especially AI right now. So, I mean, the the advancements and the stuff that he's one learning out there and the people that he's meeting out there has is already we're seeing some of that come to fruition already. So different AI agents that we're building and different avenues that we're going down with this AI stuff is nobody else is doing it at this point, right? At least not to the level that we're doing it.
yeah,
They may have some off the shelf stuff that they're trying to incorporate, but it's not. we're building, we're training, it's going to be a game changer for this industry for sure. And there's nothing like it out there right now.
If you were to explain your technology at Aquila to one of your kids or to a 5-year-old, how would you explain what the technology does and how it provides value to your end user?
So at a high level,
Yeah.
look at a BOP. It's a
But
big piece of dumb iron, right? Hydraulic and electric going into it, but
and how
we
far under the sea is a BOP?
man, you could get down to 10,000-foot water depth.
Okay.
So way down there on the seafloor.
Whales
So
are
yeah, whales are swimming around
swimming
it.
around past you.
You'd be surprised from different ROV feeds what you can see down there. But
Yeah.
so yeah, you take that big piece of dumb iron. What we do is put that on a platform where you can visually see it
Okay.
and monitor it, everything that's going on, all the parameters. Um, there's also machine learning algorithms that we've put into place to help detect when something changes on the status of that hydraulics or electrical stuff changes. We're able to see that in real time and able to stop things from turning catastrophic
Right.
before they happen.
Right. And a lot is at stake in these situations, like millions and millions of dollars on the line, and then of course
Yeah,
like
one
the
if,
safety of
if something happened, just say for instance you have to pull a BOP
yeah,
because a failure happened, you're not able to move forward, so you got to pull it. You're looking at 2 days to get it back up, however long it takes to fix it, and then 2 days to get it back down and
yeah.
test it. So multi-million dollars worth of downtime.
And then on the software side, like how do your agents work? Like what's the orchestration of your agents and the makeup of your software?
Okay, so
As simple as possible.
as simple as possible. Okay, so picture you've got one main agent,
Okay.
and that's the one you're talking to,
Okay.
right? So you can ask it a question. Say you're asking it a question about regulations
Yep.
or maintenance
Yep.
or whatever, right?
Yep.
There's many agents under that main agent that is specialized in that field. So you got one agent that's all he does is talk about regulations. And you got one agent, all he does is talk about maintenance.
Right.
Another agent, all he does is talk about I don't know, throw something else out there. Failures.
Okay.
So you can go in there and ask that agent, hey, I'm about to test this BOP. What what API regulations do I need to be? What do I need to do? What's the procedure I need to follow? That agent turns around and knows, okay, this is my agent that deals with that. I'm
Yeah.
going to go get that information. I'm going to come back and give it back to my user.
Yeah.
So we're making specialized agents in this RAG system with one central place you can go and ask anything you want to ask it.
So for the end user, for the real-time operations manager working, they're able to make decisions, like drilling decisions faster with more confidence.
Yes, you have the data. Again, this industry is data. There's
Yeah.
so much data that is just stockpiled that nobody's doing anything with.
Right. Right.
We have to change that. The only way to put us in a better position
Yeah.
and to help us progress faster
Yeah.
is by taking that data and utilizing it.
Yeah.
AI is the fastest way to do that. We can put all that data, dump it in there,
Yeah.
and then be able to ask whatever questions we need to ask to pull that information out. So instead of somebody going through and manually taking every little piece and filing it somewhere and doing all this,
Yeah.
it's not efficient. It's not ideal. Uh, AI changes that.
How do you make sure the data is like the hygiene of your data is clean, so it doesn't hallucinate and you have issues when whilst you're building out these AVs
So
and orchestrating?
so with that, we have experts, right?
Yeah.
So as this data is going in, that's what I was talking about training.
Yeah.
You're always going to have that human aspect, right?
Human
So
in the loop, right?
yes, because you can pull that data out, but there needs to be somebody there that's still verifying, hey, this is good information that's coming out,
Yeah.
or this is not right.
Yeah.
Right. And over time, it's nothing that's going to happen overnight. You can't just dump a bunch of files and the next day
Yeah.
everything worked copacetic. It's not like that. It's going to take time. It's a long game.
Yeah.
Um, but if you want a good product that is going to help you make that person more efficient, you got to put in the time. You got to train those things. You got to validate things throughout the process. Um, but again, it's it's getting us there 80% faster than
Mhm.
if we were to manually go through and read everything and try to dig data up and all that. So
Looking ahead, Kyle, going into 2026, what are some of the big goals that Aquila is chasing after for this year?
one, expansion. I mean, for sure,
Yeah.
growing the company. Uh, I would say to one of our main goals is to make a footprint in the AI space, to be recognized as the first oil and gas company to have true AI tools that work, that actually benefit the industry. That's probably our main for 2026. He's real big on that right now, and I mean, we're already making headway fast. So that's probably what I see.
And then on a personal level, what do you want to achieve this year?
Ooh, the world.
World
uh,
domination.
yeah. I mean, we didn't touch on that. So I'm actually, not only do I manage the sales team currently,
Yeah.
but we did just roll out a VIP client program.
Okay, tell me about that.
So our major clients, um, which currently we have 3 major clients. So in that program, it enables them to be the first for any new technology we have or any things that we're working on or trying to come out with. It lets us collaborate. It lets that operator or drilling contractor, whatever it is, collaborate with us to get their insights, our insights. We work together to create this tool to make it better, faster,
Yeah.
more efficient for both of us. But it gives them that first choice, right?
Mhm.
They get to try out this new technology before anybody else does. So they get a say in it. To the customer service level, um, main thing, they get me. So I'm the VIP client liaison. So I'm there to ensure that everything is going smoothly.
Yeah.
Any questions, any issues, and anything they have one person they can call. And it's my goal to make sure that I take everything back to the team,
Mhm.
get them the answers, get whatever needs to be done efficiently and fast, and back to them. Along with, again, like I said, customer service. And we want to show the client that we want to give back, I guess, show our appreciation back. I mean, they're trusting us and using us for full services.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to make sure that we turn around and give them, show that hospitality
And that's why you dress to the tens
back. Yeah.
in a suit every single day.
Yes. I don't know. To me, it's more of a, I mean, I just hope that shows a little bit about me and my
Yeah.
what I expect.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna get from me is 110%. It's just how it goes.
I think more people need to follow suit, and we all need to go back to wearing suits every day. It's like putting on a suit is it shows that you care about all the details.
Yeah.
Um, just final question: where can people find more about yourself, Kyle, and more about Aquila and I Speak Subsea?
Yeah. I speak Subsea, so new channel that we just started. You can subscribe to that on YouTube, Spotify. Uh, Not sure where else that's on.
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast. Again, this is new for me. So um, myself, I mean, hey, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I don't really do too much on Facebook or anything. That's just my wife sharing family pictures. But work wise, yes, in this industry, you can find me on LinkedIn. Um, Shoot me a message. I'll message back.
Awesome, man. Appreciate the time.
No
Check out
worries.
Aquila. Check out I Speak Subsea. Don't forget to subscribe. Um, big things coming for Aquila in 2026. So appreciate you, Kyle.
You're welcome. Thanks, man.
Cheers.